Hey Bradley Creek, it's Mrs. Furman. It's so good to see you all. I hope you enjoy this video. It's just a quick little lesson to get us back into some art language. We're talking about space, okay? And space is the area around us. It's the area in a work of art. And we usually talk about space when we're talking about overlapping or when we're talking about distance. Now you can make it look like there is the objects in the picture are moving and going back. And so we know that when a object is close to us, it appears bigger. We talk about this in the art room all the time. And as it moves away from us or higher on the paper, it's going to appear smaller. Okay? And so we're going to use simple hills. Okay, a simple hill. You can make them fat, you can make them pointy. It's really up to you. I like them a little round, I will tell you. They're easier to color inside of and design inside of if they're round. But so all you need to do today is think about your space. And we know that the area in front, closest to the bottom of the page, is the foreground. Okay, so on this one, the finished one, this bottom of the mountain is taking up all the space at the bottom of the page. So it is in the foreground. And this one is also touching the bottom of the page. So it's also in the foreground. Behind it, the orange one and the green one are coming out. They're poking out from behind. They're in the middle ground. And we've got the smallest mountains poking out, and the sky behind it is the background. Okay? So foreground, middle ground, background. There are no rules about how big each of those are. It just depends on the work of art. So we're going to start with a simple mountain. I'm going to come up to the side and make it big. And it's pretty fun. You can do it lots of different ways. You can practice first if you're worried about where you want to do it. Just get a piece of lined paper and just practice. Okay? You can see I've practiced several times. So if I want to do another one, I can just touch the back of one and put it in. I can touch the back of another. I can make a small one. I can make one go off the page. I can add another. I don't want to go too high. And here's another trick I will tell you is that if I were you, before I begin, I'm sorry, I didn't think of this, but go ahead and pick out what colors you want so you know how many buildings or mountains, hills you're going to make. So if I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then I need to have 7 colors. And you can use crayons or markers or whatever you want to fill your mountains. Once you figure out an arrangement that you think is aesthetically pleasing, that means that you think is beautiful, that you are happy with, then you can start filling in your insides. And for the inside, we're just going to do a rhythm. And so we've learned in art, a rhythm is a repetition, a repeating of a line, a shape, or an image or object. Like my shirt is full of repetition. So repetition is very decorative, can be very decorative. And so it's pretty simple. You just decide which you're going to do, what repetition you're going to make. So if I want to make curvy lines, and I'm going to try to fill the whole mountain with those lines. So I would like you to try to make a regular rhythm, which means that it has regular spacing. So the spacing is equal. So it's the repeating of a line, shape, or object with regular spacing between. So it's not off. One's not skinnier or farther away from each other. They're spaced out the same. So I'm going to bring this one closer for you to see. Okay, so you can see I have nice rows because it's regular rhythm. Regular rhythm means it's equally spaced. And this is just a fun little reminder of the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. And if you guys can send me a little email, take a photo of your art and send it to me. Let me see what you've been doing. Or you can email me and tell me about your foreground, your middle ground, your background. But you need to share something with me so I know what you're up to. All right, I hope you like making your repetition.